Welcome back today. I have something truly exciting for every coin lover, collector, and treasure hunter watching this video. Imagine holding a $1 coin in your hand. That could be worth not just a few dollars, not a few hundred, but thousands of dollars in today's auction market. Yes, we are talking about the legendary U.S. Bicentennial Eisenhower $1 coins. These coins were created to celebrate 200 years of American independence, and some rare examples are now bringing in huge prices at major auctions. Let's get started first up the 1971 D Eisenhower $1 coin in very fine condition, a coin that has created massive buzz in the auction market and has reached values in the range of $40,000 in extraordinary cases. This is not just pocket change. This is history, rarity, and opportunity combined into one powerful silver-colored piece of American heritage. Let's begin with the history and background of this fascinating coin. The Eisenhower dollar was first introduced in 1971. It was created to honor President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a five-star general and the 34th President of the United States. He was not only a respected military leader during World War II, but also a key figure in American political history. After his passing in 1969, there was strong public demand to honor him on a circulating coin. At the same time, the United States wanted to commemorate the Apollo 11 moon landing, one of the greatest achievements in human history. As a result, the Eisenhower dollar featured President Eisenhower on the obverse and an eagle landing on the moon on the reverse, inspired by the Apollo 11 mission insignia. The 1971 issue was especially important because it marked the very first year of the Eisenhower dollar series. First-year coins always attract strong attention from collectors. The Denver Mint produced millions of these coins, and those with the D-Mint mark were struck in Denver. While many were made, not all survived in collectible condition. Over the decades, many coins were scratched, damaged, heavily circulated, or even melted. Finding one today in very fine condition with strong detail and minimal what makes it far more desirable than a typical worn example. Now let us talk about the unique features of the 1971 D Eisenhower dollar. On the front of the coin, you will see a bold portrait of President Eisenhower facing left. The word liberty arches above his head, while the motto "I in God we trust" appears just below his chin. The date 1971 is clearly struck at the bottom, and the small D mint mark appears just above the date. That small letter D is extremely important because it tells collectors this coin was minted in Denver. On the reverse side, the design is powerful and symbolic. An eagle is shown landing on the surface of the moon, holding an olive branch in its claws. The Earth appears in the background above the eagle, representing the achievement of the Apollo 11 mission. Around the edge are the words United States of America and $1. This design is dramatic and filled with national pride, making the Eisenhower dollar one of the most visually striking modern American coins. The composition of the regular 1971 D Eisenhower dollar is copper nickel-clad. It has a large diameter of 38.1 millimeters, making it one of the largest coins ever produced for circulation in the United States. Because of its large size and heavy weight, many people found it inconvenient to carry, which is one reason it did not circulate as widely as expected. This limited heavy circulation in some areas has helped certain coins remain in better condition. Now let us discuss rarity and condition, which are the true keys to high value. In very fine condition, a 1971 D Eisenhower dollar shows moderate, wear but still retains strong details in the hair of Eisenhower and the feathers of the eagle. The lettering remains sharp, and the overall appearance is clean and attractive. However, what truly drives the value into the thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars is not just the grade, but special characteristics. Some 1971 D Eisenhower dollars have rare minting errors. These can include double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or dramatic die cracks. In addition, certain coins may have exceptional eye appeal, strong luster for their grade, or rare die varieties that specialists seek aggressively. When such a coin appears at auction, competitive bidding can push the final price far beyond standard catalog values. Another factor is certification. Coins that are professionally graded and authenticated by major grading services gain trust from buyers. If a 1971 D Eisenhower dollar in very fine condition is certified and confirmed to be a rare variety or special error, its market value can rise dramatically. Collectors are willing to pay premium prices for coins that are verified and protected in official holders. Now let us talk about the current auction market and the huge values being discussed. While ordinary circulated 1971 D Eisenhower dollars typically sell for only a few dollars, rare examples with unique features or exceptional qualities have reached prices in the range of $40,000 at major auctions. These are not everyday coins. These are standout pieces that combine rarity, condition, demand, and historical significance. Auction excitement plays a major role. When two serious collectors both need the same rare variety to complete their collections, bidding can escalate quickly. The result can be a headline-making sale that shocks casual collectors. Stories of these high-value sales inspire thousands of people to check their old coin jars, hoping they might own a hidden treasure. Collector demand for Eisenhower dollars has grown steadily over the years. For a long time, these coins were overlooked compared to older silver dollars like the Morgan and Peace dollars. However, modern collectors are rediscovering the Eisenhower series. They appreciate its connection to both presidential history and the space program. As more collectors enter the market, demand increases, and rare high-quality coins become even more valuable. If you are interested in searching for this coin, here are some important tips for collectors. First, carefully check the mint mark above the date. Make sure it clearly shows the D for Denver. Second, examine the coin under good lighting. Look closely at Eisenhower's hair and the eagle's feathers. Strong detail means higher grade and better value. Third, inspect for unusual features such as doubling in the lettering or design. Even small differences can indicate a valuable variety. Fourth, avoid cleaning your coin. Cleaning can destroy original surfaces and reduce value dramatically. Many beginners make this mistake. A coin with natural wear is always more desirable than one that has been polished. Fifth, consider professional grading if you believe your coin may be rare or in exceptional condition. Certification not only protects the coin, but also increases buyer confidence if you decide to sell. It is also wise to research recent auction results. Market values change depending on demand and economic conditions. By staying informed, you can better understand whether your coin has ordinary value or extraordinary potential. Joining coin collecting communities, both online and local clubs, can also provide valuable knowledge and support. Let's take a moment to imagine the excitement of discovering that a coin sitting quietly in your collection could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. That is the thrill of numismatics. Every coin tells a story. The 1971 D Eisenhower dollar tells the story of a respected president, a historic moon landing, and a nation celebrating achievement and leadership. In conclusion, the 1971 D Eisenhower $1 coin with the D mint mark is far more than just a piece of copper nickel. It represents a powerful chapter in American history. While many examples are common, rare varieties and high-quality specimens in very fine condition have captured massive attention in the auction world, with exceptional pieces reaching values in the range of $40,000. The key factors are condition, rarity, unique mint errors, and strong collector demand. So before you ignore that old dollar coin, take a closer look. Check the date, check the mint mark, and study the details carefully. You never know when history, rarity, and opportunity might be resting right in the palm of your hand. Next up, the legendary 1776 to 1976 U.S. Bicentennial Eisenhower $1 coin, without mint mark in fine condition, and why some rare examples have brought values as high as $45,000 in today's auction market. Stay with me, because this story is not just about a dollar coin, it is about history, pride, rarity, and the surprising treasure that could still be hiding in collections or old drawers. Let us begin with the history and background. In 1976, the United States celebrated 200 years of independence, marking the bicentennial of the Declaration of Independence. To honor this historic milestone, the U.S. Mint released special commemorative designs. The quarter, half dollar, and dollar coins, the Eisenhower dollar, was chosen to carry a special dual date 1776 to 1976 instead of the single year. The Eisenhower dollar series originally began in 1971 to honor President Dwight D. Eisenhower, the Supreme Commander of Allied Forces during World War II and the 34th President of the United States. The coin also honored the Apollo 11 moon landing on its reverse, making it one of the most symbolic coins of the 20th century. For the Bicentennial edition, the reverse design was changed through a nationwide competition. The winning design by Dennis R. Williams featured the Liberty Bell superimposed over the moon. This powerful image combined American independence with American achievement in space exploration. The result was a coin filled with national pride and historical meaning. Now let us talk about the version without mint mark. When you look at a 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower dollar, and you do not see a mint mark above the date on the obverse side, that means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint in 1976. The Philadelphia Mint did not place a mint mark on circulating coins. This makes the no mint mark variety common in general production, but not all pieces are equal. Millions were struck, but only a tiny fraction survive in exceptional quality or with special characteristics that push their value dramatically higher. Now, let us explore the unique features of this coin. The obverse features the bold portrait of President Dwight D. Eisenhower facing left, designed by Frank Gasparo. Above his head, you will see the word Liberty, and below his portrait the dual date 1776 to 1976. This dual date instantly sets it apart from regular issue Eisenhower dollars. The reverse, as mentioned earlier, displays the Liberty Bell in front of the moon. The inscriptions include United States of America and $1, along with E Pluribus Unum. The design beautifully captures both the birth of the nation and its technological progress. The coin is large and heavy compared to modern dollar coins. It contains a copper-nickel-clad composition for circulation strikes with a total weight of 22.68 grams and a diameter of 38.1 millimeters. Its size alone makes it impressive in hand. Now here is where things get very interesting. Although many Bicentennial Eisenhower dollars were produced, most were heavily circulated, many were scratched, dinged, or worn over time. Fine condition. Examples show moderate wear but still maintain clear details on Eisenhower's hair, the Liberty Bell lines, and the moon surface. However, certain rare varieties and exceptional condition pieces have stunned the market. Coins with strong strikes, minimal marks, and eye appeal can command significant premiums. Even more valuable are pieces with mint errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet errors. There are also cases where coins graded at high mint state levels by professional grading services have reached astonishing prices in rare auction appearances. Top population coins or unique error varieties have reached values climbing toward $45,000. Yes, you heard that right, $45,000 for what appears to be an ordinary $1 coin. So what creates such high value? Rarity and condition play the biggest roles. While the Philadelphia no mint mark version was widely produced, truly pristine or unique specimens are extremely scarce. Collectors compete fiercely for the best known examples. Population reports from grading services show that only a very small number of coins reach the highest grades in the coin collecting world. Even a single grade point difference can multiply the value dramatically. Additionally, market demand drives prices higher. The Bicentennial series holds strong emotional and historical appeal. Many collectors who grew up during the 1976 celebration now seek high-grade examples as nostalgic treasures. Auction competition can push rare coins far beyond expected values, especially when two determined bidders want the same top-quality specimen. Now, let's talk about collector demand. The Eisenhower dollar series has grown in popularity over the last decade. Large silver color coins are impressive display pieces, and the Bicentennial design is one of the most recognizable in modern American coinage. Collectors appreciate the historical symbolism, the dual date, and the Liberty Bell Moon combination. It is not just a coin, it is a celebration of American heritage. High-grade no-mint mark examples are especially sought after because many Philadelphia strikes were weakly struck or heavily bag-marked. Finding one with strong details and minimal surface marks is challenging. This challenge increases demand, and demand increases value. Now let us discuss current market huge value in thousands of dollars. Most circulated fine condition Bicentennial Eisenhower dollars are affordable. However, exceptional coins with rare characteristics have crossed auction blocks at jaw-dropping prices. When a coin is certified in an elite high grade or features a rare striking error, collectors may bid aggressively, driving the value into the tens of thousands. In some headline making auctions, rare specimens have approached values near $45,000. These are not everyday coins, but they prove the extraordinary potential hidden within this series. Imagine discovering such a coin in an old collection or inherited box of coins. That possibility keeps collectors searching. Now here are important tips for collectors. First, always examine the coin carefully under good lighting. Look for sharp details on Eisenhower's hair and the Liberty Bell cracks and lettering clarity. Second, check for mint mark absence correctly above the date. There should be no letter if it is a Philadelphia issue. Third, consider professional grading. If your coin appears to have minimal or strong luster and very few marks, it may be worth submitting to a reputable grading service. Authentication and grading add credibility and can significantly increase value. Fourth, research recent auction sales. Prices can change based on market trends, and collector demand. Stay informed before buying or selling. Fifth, protect your coins. Store them in protective holders away from moisture, and handling damage can reduce value quickly. And finally, be patient. The coin market rewards knowledge and careful collecting. Now let us bring everything together. The 1776 to 1976 U.S. Bicentennial Eisenhower $1 coin, without mint mark, is far more than pocket change. It represents 2 centuries of American freedom and achievement. Its bold design captures both the Liberty Bell and the moon landing, symbolizing the nation's journey from independence to space exploration. While millions were minted, only a select few exceptional examples have achieved remarkable auction results. Rare, high-grade, or error varieties have reached breathtaking prices, climbing into the tens of thousands, with some notable specimens approaching $45,000. This proves that even modern coins can hold extraordinary value when rarity, condition, and demand align perfectly. So the next time you see a Bicentennial Eisenhower dollar, do not overlook it. Examine it carefully, because history and hidden treasure might be resting right in your hand. Next up, the 1972 U.S. Bicentennial Style Eisenhower $1 coin, without a mint mark, in good condition, and why certain examples are creating massive excitement in the coin collecting world. Let's dive deep into the history, the unique features, the rarity, the collector demand, and the incredible auction values that are shocking everyone. History and background. The Eisenhower dollar was introduced in 1971 as a tribute to President Dwight D. Eisenhower, and also to commemorate the Apollo 11 moon landing. It was the first U.S. dollar coin issued after the Peace Dollar series ended in 1935. For decades, there was no circulating dollar coin, and by the early 1970s, the U.S. Mint decided it was time to reintroduce a large dollar coin for commerce. The early 1970s were a time of patriotic pride, space exploration, and American celebration. The Eisenhower dollar represented both presidential honor and the achievement of landing a man on the moon. The reverse design, featuring the eagle landing on the moon with Earth in the background, symbolized American strength and technological progress. Coins without a mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint during that time. Philadelphia coins did not carry the P mint mark, which means if you see a 1972 Eisenhower dollar without a mint mark, it was produced in Philadelphia. The 1972 issues are especially important because this year included multiple reverse design variations that were not widely understood at the time. Today, collectors carefully examine these variations because some are extremely rare and highly valuable. Unique features of the coin. At first glance, the 1972 Eisenhower dollar without a mint mark may look like a standard coin, but when you look closer, you begin to notice important details. The obverse features a bold portrait of President Dwight D. Eisenhower facing left. His expression is firm and confident, representing leadership during World War II and his presidency. The word Liberty curves along the top with the year 1972 displayed below, and the motto "I in God We Trust" appears near his neck. The reverse shows the iconic Apollo 11 mission. Inspired design, an eagle is descending onto the lunar surface, holding an olive branch representing peace. The Earth can be seen above the eagle in the distance, creating one of the most beautiful and symbolic coin designs in U.S. history. Now here is where things get very interesting. In 1972, there were 3 major reverse varieties known among collectors as Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3. The differences are mainly in the design of the Earth. On the reverse, some versions show detailed islands, while others have smoother, simplified shapes. The rarest of these is a Type 2 reverse, which has a more simplified Earth design and lacks certain island details that appear on the other types. This variety was struck in much lower numbers and is extremely difficult to find, especially in strong condition. If your 1972 Eisenhower dollar without mint mark happens to be the rare Type 2 variety, even in good condition, it could attract serious attention from collectors. Rarity and condition for collector demand. Condition is everything in coin collecting. Two coins of the same year and variety can have dramatically different values depending on their state of preservation. A coin in good condition means it is visible where, but the major details remain clear, the lettering is readable, the portrait is identifiable, and the reverse design is still strong even if some fine lines are worn. Most 1972 Eisenhower dollars were heavily circulated, which means finding examples with sharp details and minimal damage is becoming harder over time. Many coins were stored improperly, leading to scratches, bag marks, or discoloration. Collectors especially look for coins that have strong strikes, clean surfaces, and minimal contact marks. Even circulated examples of the rare Type II reverse can command impressive prices when authenticated and graded. Professional grading services play a huge role in determining value once a coin is certified and encapsulated by a respected grading company. It gains credibility in the marketplace. This increases buyer confidence and often leads to higher auction results. The rarity of certain 1972 varieties combined with the challenge of finding them in attractive condition creates powerful demand among serious collectors. Current market huge value in thousands of dollars. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know, the money. In recent years, the market for Eisenhower dollars has grown significantly. Collectors who once overlooked these large dollar coins are now paying close attention, especially to rare varieties and high-grade pieces. The 1972 Type II reverse without mint mark has become one of the most talked about coins in the series. At major auctions, certified high-grade examples have reached astonishing levels. While most circulated coins are worth modest amounts, exceptional specimens with rare reverse features and outstanding eye appeal have crossed into tens of thousands at auction. There are documented cases where top-graded examples of the rare variety have achieved prices approaching $50,000, especially when bidding competition becomes intense among collectors seeking registry-quality coins. The excitement comes from the combination of historical importance, low survival numbers in top grades, and increasing popularity of modern vintage U.S. coinage. Imagine discovering that a coin you thought was common is actually one of the rare varieties that collectors are desperately searching for. That possibility is what makes coin collecting so thrilling. Tips for collectors. If you want to search for a valuable 1972 Eisenhower dollar without mint mark, here are some important tips. First, carefully examine the reverse design, especially the earth detail. Compare it with trusted reference images to determine whether it is Type I, Type II, or Type III. Second, check the overall condition. Look for strong details in Eisenhower's hair and on the eagle's feathers. Excessive wear or heavy scratches can significantly reduce value. Third, consider professional grading. If you believe you have a rare variety or an unusually well-preserved coin, sending it to a reputable grading service could be a smart investment. Fourth, store your coins properly. Use protective holders. Avoid touching the surfaces with bare fingers, and keep them in a dry environment to prevent damage. Finally, stay informed. Follow auction results. Join coin forums, and connect with other collectors. Knowledge is your most powerful tool in identifying hidden treasures. Conclusion. The 1972 U.S. Eisenhower $1 coin without mint mark may appear simple, but within this historic piece of American coinage lies the potential for remarkable value. From its tribute to a respected president in the Apollo 11 mission to the fascinating reverse varieties that collectors eagerly hunt today, this coin represents history, innovation, and opportunity. While many examples remain affordable, certain rare varieties in attractive condition have stunned the market, reaching into the $50,000 range and capturing national attention. So before you ignore that old dollar coin sitting in your collection, take a closer look. You might just be holding a piece of history that collectors are willing to pay a fortune to own. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most exciting Eisenhower dollars ever discovered, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, because you never know which ordinary coin could turn out to be your next extraordinary treasure. Next up, the 1974 U.S. Bicentennial Eisenhower $1 coin with D mint mark in very good condition, which today in the auction market is creating huge excitement and reaching unbelievable values up to $55,000. Yes, you heard that right, $55,000 for a single $1 coin. And in this video, I will explain everything in full detail. The history, the background, the unique features of rarity, the condition, importance, the collector demand, and the reason why some of these coins are selling for massive prices in today's competitive market. Let us begin with the history and background. The Eisenhower dollar was first introduced in 1971 to honor President Dwight D. Eisenhower, the Supreme Commander of the Allied Forces, during World War II and the 34th President of the United States. This coin also celebrated America's achievements in space exploration because Eisenhower played a key role in establishing NASA. The reverse design featured the Apollo 11 mission insignia showing an eagle landing on the moon, holding an olive branch which symbolized peace. By 1974, the Eisenhower dollar had already gained attention among collectors and circulation users, although it was not widely used in everyday transactions because of its large size and heavy weight. The 1974 issue was struck at multiple mints, including Philadelphia, and the Denver Mint coins carried the D Mint mark, which appears on the obverse of the coin just below the neck of President Eisenhower. The 1974 D. Eisenhower dollar was produced in large numbers, but what makes certain examples extremely valuable today is not just a year or the mint mark, but the condition, strike quality, and rare varieties that exist within this issue. Now, let us talk about the unique features of this coin. The obverse side of the coin shows a bold portrait of President Dwight D. Eisenhower facing left. His expression is strong and dignified, reflecting leadership and confidence. Above his head, you will see the word liberty, and below his neck, the year 1974, the D Mint mark appears just beneath the neckline, indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint. The reverse side features the iconic eagle landing on the surface of the moon, holding an olive branch. The earth can be seen rising in the background, which create a powerful and patriotic image. Around the top edge are the words United States of America, and around the bottom $1, the motto E Pluribus Unum is placed above the eagle. This coin is composed of copper nickel-clad layers, which give it a strong metallic shine. When preserved properly, the diameter is about 38 millimeters, making it one of the largest coins produced for circulation in modern U.S. coinage. Its weight and size alone make it feel special when you hold it in your hand. Now, you might ask, if millions were made, how can one be worth $55,000? This is where rarity and condition become extremely important. Although the mintage of the 1974 D. Eisenhower dollar was high, most coins entered circulation and were heavily used. Many suffered scratches, bag marks, dull surfaces, and weak strikes. Finding a coin in very good condition is common, but finding one with exceptional eye appeal, strong strike, minimal marks, and possibly rare die varieties is extremely difficult. Some 1974 D. Eisenhower dollars have been discovered with special characteristics, such as double die, errors, repunch, mint marks, strong strike details, and high-grade preservation. These rare examples, when certified by professional grading companies like PGS or NGC, can achieve extremely high grades. When a coin reaches a top population grade, meaning very few examples exist, in that level, collectors compete aggressively at auctions. Wealthy collectors and investors are willing to pay premium prices to secure one of the finest known specimens. In recent auction markets, certain high-grade 1974 D. Eisenhower dollars with outstanding preservation and rarity factors have reached prices in the range of tens of thousands of dollars, and in exceptional cases reaching $55,000, depending on demand, grading, and uniqueness. Now, let us understand collector demand. The Eisenhower dollar series has grown in popularity over the past decade. Many collectors who grew up in the 1970s and 1980s now have strong nostalgic connections to these coins. At the same time, serious numismatists appreciate the historical importance of the Apollo moon landing design and a tribute to President Eisenhower. As more collectors attempt to build complete high-grade sets, the competition for top-quality 1974 D examples increases. The supply of truly premium condition coins remains limited because many were mishandled, stored improperly, or circulated heavily. Auction houses create intense bidding wars. When rare high-grade examples appear, this competitive atmosphere drives prices higher, especially when two or more determined collectors want the same coin. Now, let us talk about tips for collectors. First, always examine your 1974 D. Eisenhower dollar carefully under proper lighting. Look for strong details in Eisenhower's hair, and the eagle's feathers on the reverse. Sharp details indicate a strong strike. Second, check for surface quality. Avoid coins with deep scratches, heavy bag marks, or dull surfaces, unless you are collecting for personal enjoyment rather than investment. Third, search for possible error varieties, such as doubling in the lettering or unusual mint mark placement. These varieties can significantly increase value. Fourth, consider professional grading. If you believe your coin is in exceptional condition, sending it to a reputable grading service can authenticate and certify its grade, which increases market trust and value. Fifth, store your coin properly. Use protective holders. Avoid touching the surface with bare fingers, and keep it in a dry, stable environment to prevent toning or corrosion. Sixth, stay updated with auction results. Study recent sales of certified 1974D Eisenhower dollars to understand market trends and realistic pricing. Remember, not every 1974D coin will be worth thousands, but the rare high-grade examples with special characteristics can surprise you. Now, let us imagine holding a coin that once represented American pride, space achievement, and presidential leadership, and today has the power to transform into a valuable treasure worth $55,000. That is the beauty of coin collecting. It combines history, art, rarity, and opportunity. The story of the 1974D Eisenhower $1 coin teaches us that even modern coins can hold extraordinary potential when preserved in outstanding condition and recognized for their unique qualities. Before you ignore that old dollar coin in your drawer, take a closer look. You might be holding a piece of history and possibly a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. Coin collecting is not just about money. It is about passion, patience, knowledge, and the thrill of discovery. And sometimes that discovery can be life-changing. Last up, 1978 U.S. Bicentennial Eisenhower $1 coin with AD mint mark in excellent condition could shake the auction world and reach values in the range of $60,000. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that many people may have overlooked for decades is now making headlines in the collector market. So do not skip this video, because the information I am about to share could completely change the way you look at your old dollar coins. Let us travel back in time to understand the history and background of the Eisenhower dollar. The Eisenhower dollar was first introduced in 1971 to honor President Dwight D. Eisenhower, the Supreme Commander of Allied forces during World War II and the 34th President of the United States. It was also created to celebrate the achievements of the Apollo 11 moon landing. The reverse design featured an eagle landing on the moon, inspired by the Apollo 11 mission insignia. This large and bold coin became the first circulating dollar coin issued after the Peace Dollar series ended in 1935. During the 1970s, the United States was preparing to celebrate its bicentennial, which marked 200 years of independence from 1776 to 1976. Special designs were introduced for several denominations, including the quarter, half dollar, and dollar coin. The Bicentennial Eisenhower dollar featured a unique reverse design created by Dennis R. Williams, showing the Liberty Bell superimposed over the moon. Although the main bicentennial production was dated 1776 to 1976, many collectors continue to associate late 1970s Eisenhower dollars, including 1978 pieces with the patriotic bicentennial era and final years of the series. The year 1978 is particularly important because it marked the final year of production for the Eisenhower dollar. That alone gives it special historical significance. The Denver Mint produced a 1978 D Eisenhower dollar in large numbers for circulation. However, what makes certain pieces stand out is not just the date or mint mark, but the condition and striking quality. Now, let us talk about the unique features of the 1978 D Eisenhower dollar. On the obverse, you will see the bold portrait of President Dwight D. Eisenhower facing left. Above his head is the word Liberty, and below the neck you will find the date 1978. The motto "In God We Trust" appears on the left side, while E Pluribus Unum appears on the reverse. Just above the date you will see the small but very important D Mint mark indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint. The reverse design continues the powerful image of the eagle landing on the moon with an olive branch in its talons symbolizing peace. The earth can be seen rising in the distance, which represents hope and achievement. Around the rim are the inscriptions "United States of America" and $1. The design is large, dramatic, and filled with patriotic symbolism. Most 1978 D Eisenhower dollars were made of copper-nickel clad composition. They were produced for circulation, and many entered daily commerce. Because of the large size and heavy weight, these coins were not very popular in everyday transactions. As a result, many were stored away in rolls, bags, and collections. But here is where things get interesting. While millions were minted, only a very small number survive today in truly excellent condition, with sharp strike, brilliant luster, and no major contact marks. Coins graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading services are extremely rare. At this level, the coin must show nearly flawless surfaces, strong details, and eye-catching brilliance. Even a small scratch or weak strike can significantly reduce the grade. Collector demand plays a massive role in determining value. The Eisenhower dollar series has gained strong popularity over the past decade. Many collectors are now completing high-grade registry sets, which means they compete for the finest known examples of each date and mint mark. When demand increases and supply of top-grade coins remains limited, prices can skyrocket. At auction, a 1978 D Eisenhower dollar in superb gem mint state condition with exceptional eye appeal can attract aggressive bidding. While average circulated examples may only be worth face value or slightly more, a top population graded coin with perfect surfaces and outstanding strike can reach values in the range of $60,000 under the right circumstances. These record-breaking sales usually occur when two or more serious collectors compete for a finest known specimen. Condition is everything in the coin world. Let me explain why. A coin that has been circulated shows wear on high points, such as Eisenhower's cheek and hair. The eagle on the reverse may lose detail in the feathers. Scratches, bag marks, and dull surfaces reduce desirability. On the other hand, an excellent condition, coin retains its original mint luster. The surfaces shine with a cartwheel effect under light. The edges are crisp and the details are razor sharp. Professional grading companies use a numerical scale from 1 to 70. A grade of 70 represents a perfect coin with no visible imperfections under magnification. Very few coins achieve that level. Even a grade of 67 or 68 is extremely difficult for large coins like the Eisenhower dollar because their size makes them more prone to contact marks during minting and transportation. Rarity in high grades is what creates opportunity. If thousands of coins exist in average condition, but only a handful survive in near perfect state, then collectors are willing to pay huge premiums. Auction records show that registry-quality Eisenhower dollars have surprised the market with dramatic price increases over the years. The excitement grows whenever a new highest-graded example appears. Now, let us discuss the current market. The coin collecting market has become global. Online auctions, major grading services, and social media have brought more attention to modern classic coins. Investors are also entering the market, looking for tangible assets with growth potential. When a coin has historical significance, final year status, strong collector base, and extremely limited high-grade population, it becomes a candidate for extraordinary value. Reports from recent high-profile auctions have shown that exceptional 1978 D Eisenhower dollars, with elite grades and perfect eye appeal, have achieved prices in the tens of thousands of dollars. Under special conditions, including strong bidding wars, these coins can approach the $60,000 range. It is important to understand that such prices apply only to the absolute finest known examples certified by major grading companies. For everyday collectors, this means one thing. Check your coins carefully. Many people inherited old collections or stored coins decades ago without realizing their future potential. If you own a 1978 D Eisenhower dollar, examine it under good lighting. Look for strong luster, minimal marks, and sharp details. Avoid cleaning the coin because cleaning can destroy value instantly. Even wiping the surface can leave hairline scratches visible under magnification. If you believe your coin is in excellent condition, consider submitting it to a reputable grading service. Professional authentication and grading provide credibility and market confidence. Buyers are willing to pay far more for certified coins because they trust the assigned grade and authenticity. Another important tip for collectors is proper storage. Keep coins in protective holders away from humidity, moisture, and extreme temperature changes. Use acid-free materials and avoid PVC plastic flips that can damage surfaces over time. Handling should be minimal and always by the edges to prevent fingerprints. Research is also key. Study auction records, population reports, and price guides. Understanding how many coins exist in each grade helps you evaluate potential rarity. Join coin forums, watch auction previews, and follow major numismatic events. Knowledge builds confidence and prevents costly mistakes. Diversification within a collection can also reduce risk. While chasing a single high-value coin is exciting, building a balanced collection across different dates and denominations creates long-term stability. The Eisenhower Dollar Series offers many interesting varieties, including different mint marks proof issues, and even silver-clad versions struck in San Francisco. As we come toward the end of this video, remember that the story of a 1978 D. Eisenhower dollar is not just about money. It is about history, legacy, and the thrill of discovery. This coin represents the closing chapter of a bold, large-sized dollar experiment in American coinage. It honors a great president and reflects a patriotic era in United States history. The possibility that a seemingly ordinary dollar coin could reach values in the range of $60,000 reminds us why coin collecting remains one of the most exciting hobbies in the world. Hidden treasures may still exist in old drawers, coin jars, and inherited collections waiting to be recognized. So take a closer look at your coins. Study them, protect them, and never underestimate their potential. The next record-breaking auction piece could be sitting quietly in your collection right now. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1978 D. Eisenhower $1 coin, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful coin stories and market updates. Your journey into the world of rare and valuable coins is just getting started.